Good evening, everyone. We are coming to you live from our home in Rome, Italy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am here with my husband, Jonathan, and we are so excited to dive into this topic, why your devotional heart could actually be sabotaging your dating life. Now, we work primarily with devotional women.
Yes.
Like we would say that.
100%.
That's like our number one type of woman that we serve.
It took us years to even recognize that this is a type of woman. And when we did, it was a huge breakthrough. Like, we're going to share the two types of women we run into in the devotional. We love working with them, and also the strength and love that they have can also be the weakness.
Well, it's so funny too, because I really recognize this archetype deeply within myself. You know, as I became a wife, as we move deeper into our journey together as a married couple, and especially as we became, we got our marriage really like blessed in the church. And so I just feel deeper and deeper and deeper, like my devotion to you has just continued to blossom and bloom over the course of our journey together. And yet I recognize this in the context of marriage, how beautiful devotion is, and in the context of like a relationship with God, how beautiful the feminine devotional heart is. But where it gets us in trouble sometimes, ladies, is when you bring this devotional heart to you on a date and you are with a man and he is his presence, or something about his presence that's like activating something deep within you, that's like opening up your heart, opening up your body, and like a part of you on that date, you're just feeling this warmth and this expansion and this like dilation of your whole feminine system, right? And there's this tendency that we have, if you are a deeply devotional woman, to like want to just kind of like pour yourself out to this man just because he may be triggering this activation or this sensation in your body, but it doesn't necessarily mean that he is somebody that you want to be doing that with. So we can talk, I'd love to talk a little bit about why this can be a problem for this specific type of woman, for this, you could say this archetype of woman, and how to begin to mitigate this, and how to begin to actually, what you need to be focusing on as you are dating, right? Before you are married. And then, so when you are married to the person that you are meant to be with for the rest of your life, you can really have your devotional woman like fully online and really activate that part of yourself and let her step forth fully. But when you are dating, you're actually in a different posture, if you will.
Yeah, in working in courtship, we've had to learn this, be very like real, gentle, but give some tough love to people, because when they do courtship, suddenly men, and very few people have ever learned this modality. So when they do it, the men show up like knights. They're very chivalrous. I mean, a common thing we will hear. I've never had a date that's this amazing. He's so incredible. He's giving me so many gifts, and they want to go so loyal. They want to devote so soon, because it's never been this good. Maybe it'd been pretty good before, but in courtship, it really triggers these kind of hero instincts in men. This is one of the things I love about the work, is seeing women get treated the way they deserve to. But then it triggers all these things where if you don't know how to work with it, you can blow it up like most people do.
So why don't we talk about some of the issues that arise for the devotional woman, right? Like in courtship, in dating, before she's been claimed, before she's on, she's engaged or she's on her path to wifehood. Yeah.
You want me to go?
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
The number one thing that comes to mind, and we wanted to do this one a little more free-flowing to see, like, because sometimes the mastery comes out better even that way, but the thing that just comes to mind to me is you're going to get your heart blown out. You're going to get hurt. If you just go devotional too soon, being overly loyal, you give all your emotions to this man. He may not be the right man. He may even be the right man, but you're going to blow up the sequence. There is a masculine kind of divine order and timing to dating for engagement in marriage. When you know that, things go really well. When you overly devote too quick, and boy, you've seen me wrangle a lot of ladies over the years. You cannot overly devote yet. And I'll tell you where you can devote from the very beginning a little later in this talk, but you're going to blow it up. It's either going to be the wrong guy or it's the right guy, but you don't have the right order and timing. Those are the two things that come to me. And then what happens is you get hurt and you don't believe in love. It feels like you're going to fail. You get in these hamster wheels of it'll never work out for me that people start to believe. And you can lose years. You
can lose years, and you can get like these defense mechanisms, and you can get really jaded and sort of like beaten down by this. And we see women do this over and over and over again. She'll like wear her heart on her sleeve, and she'll like put her heart out on the table, right? She's like, "Here's my heart," right? And we get it why you want to do that, ladies, because some of these reasons that we're talking about. We can go into those a little bit more as well, but it's like there's an instinct within us. We want to like just be wife to somebody immediately, right? Like especially if you have this deep devotional nature. But yes, it's one of the things that we see when women do this, or they have this tendency and they do it over and over and over again. Like Jonathan was saying, they get their heart broken, they get their heart blown out, and then over time, what they'll do is they'll become like wise in the ways of the world, right? And they'll put up these defense mechanisms, and their hearts will actually harden, and they will become kind of jaded and impermeable and impenetrable, and feel like, oh, no man can ever meet me, no man is ever good enough. And then she'll like erect these walls, which make it very, very difficult for any man to come in, even if he's a good man. So that's like the consequence over time. If you do this, if you recognize this pattern within yourself, and if you do this again and again and again, over the course of years, or sometimes even, decades, really, we can just, if this is your pattern, you do it over and over and over again. After a while, there can be like this deep hardening of your heart, and that can be something that moves you more into sort of an avoidant way of relating to men, and an avoidant way of relating to love, and just feeling like, oh, it's never going to happen for me, or I'm always going to be single, there aren't any good men out there, right? And we don't want you to get to that point. We want to correct this before you get to that point, because it's actually a lot easier to resolve it at this level if you are this sort of open-hearted, devotional woman. It's actually, we found it to be actually a lot easier to get you down the path with just a few adjustments, which is what we're going to be teaching in our upcoming program called Vetted, like these precise fine-tuning and adjustments that you want to make. But this is actually a good thing if you are this way, because it means you're going to be an excellent wife one day, but it can create some issues if you don't do like what Jonathan said, is to really honor the order and the timing of courtship, and understanding that there are times when you do want to like fully allow your heart to dilate and like really open up and devote yourself to a man. And then there's times when you want to be more in like a receptive posture, where you're receiving him and discerning him at the same time. And I know that's sort of a nuance, but that's really the distinction that we teach our clients, that really helps them move through that portal of going from single to courted to claimed in like 3 to 6 months consistently. Yeah, and what's key is maintaining that innocence, that sweetness, that ability to be loyal, to appreciate, because you have a lot to offer a man. When you blow out your system over and over, and you move into jadedness, overly critical, no one's good enough. No one meets my standards. I'm just always burnt out. I think the number one thing that people come to us, they're burnt out on love, almost like a career. You don't have anything to offer men in those situations. Yes. And it's very hard, and it's wonderful in some ways, humbling for ladies when I say, no man's good enough, no one meets my standards. We know they've probably been through this. And I have to say, well, right now we don't have anything to offer them. Whereas if you are more of the devotional type, and you learned right order and timing, you have a lot to give a man, and he's going to show up in ways you never expected. But the thing is, nobody knows order and timing in courtship. I've never seen anyone come into our work and be like, oh, I do this, and I do that. Yes. It's a skill, and it's a process, and it's a progression that can be learned. And what's really cool about that is, if you are devotional, Claudia really teaches the soft arts on this, and this is what she'll be doing this upcoming Vetted container.
about aligning with the right caliber of men, but that's the approach. You also need to learn the steps. There are like laws and rules to dating, and they're not like rocket science, but they are firm. And we've seen this time and time again.
Yes.
When people break them.
And there's
that
like very
things will fall apart. Yeah.
And there's with that law, the law and order of courtship.
That's a good title.
Obeying the laws of courtship, right? Within that, like there's very specific stages of a relationship, right?
Yeah.
There's very specific stages that go from, that go into ever increasing depths over time, right? But what happens is a lot of women will want to it's like you thinking about like a relationship as this like pool, right? Oh, like a woman will want to jump right into the deep end because she wants to skip all the stuff before she goes deep into her devotion with a man, right? She wants to just sort of skip over that and jump right into the deep end and just, skip over okay, we're actually getting to know each other, we're actually discerning each other, we're actually finding out whether we are aligned in our values and finding out whether we are actually compatible and finding out whether there is like this mutual attraction and this, there's enough to build a relationship on. And women often will, if she feels a certain way about a man, she'll get like activated in his presence and just feel that sensation, and she'll take that sensation and she'll make it mean that he must be the one. He must be my soulmate. He must be my king. He must be my husband. And she'll just bypass all this other stuff, the actual on the ground, like you were saying, like the stages, right?
Yeah.
She'll just bypass all of that and just go straight to the devotional stage when she actually needs to be in the discernment phase for at least a few dates, a few weeks, and a few months, really.
Yeah.
It's not something that just happens in an instant.
Yeah, and you have to honor the bridal journey. If you're on a journey to getting married and going through engagement, you cannot mess this up. I see people come in a little too loose about it, a little too, I'll just wing it and figure it out. And if you really want to get married, it shouldn't take longer than a few months. Mm-hmm. It shouldn't be, I think we really, if you're coachable and cool, it's like 9 months usually. But people, they risk it. They do checkers instead of chess. And the one time you want to actually be really
mastery,
you want total mastery of it. I don't think it's necessarily as complicated as chess, but there are rules to the game. And if you go to checkmate right away,
yes,
you've lost the game, and you're probably going to lose the man, or you're not going to build. This is the weird thing: is all of our clients that found their partners are still together, as far as I know. Mm-hmm. And it's because they did it step by step by step, and it appreciates. So that other shoe that drops, that you've had in other relationships that drops, doesn't happen here. But it's because it appreciates over time. Men need a runway. And I think women want to know if he's husband or not on the first date. Mm-hmm. Like we have one lady, she just found the love of her life. He claimed her, and what a gentleman, all the ways she spoils him. Claudia just did a post about this lady.
She spoils him or he spoils her?
He spoils her.
Yeah.
Did I say she spoils him?
Yeah, but that's okay.
He spoils her. But she didn't even find him that attractive on a first date. And
right.
if she hadn't have given him a second date, but she wanted to play the chess game. She wanted to not just do it her way. People get very stuck. She wanted to learn the game of courtship. And it's not like a pickup artist game. It's a game for becoming a bride. And so she gave this guy that maybe she would have knocked off another chance. He gave him a chance and found out that he actually is quite attractive. But it took a couple dates.
Yes. Yeah.
And she was willing to go through all the steps and stages, including dating over a dozen men, which I don't think is a lot if you're looking for your husband.
And this really is what you're speaking to, really is the discernment phase, right?
Yeah.
It's like the discernment phase of really going on a journey with a man and seeing how it goes. Like a woman shows up in her full feminine embodiment, her radiance, her receptivity, her vulnerability, her appreciation, right?
Yeah.
And she sets the tone in this way. It's like she's giving the best chance for this relationship to grow into something beautiful. Like it's like she's planting this seed or she's the garden, right? That this beautiful seed can be planted in and grow into this beautiful garden of a relationship over time. but it's like we just want to go to the end, right? We just want the full garden without actually planting the seeds. And really going on a journey of seeing. This is the thing too, ladies. It's like we have to see. We don't know. Just because a man makes you feel a certain way, just because a man evokes a sensation in your body, just because a man has you like totally head over your heels, right, after 1 or 2 or 3 encounters, that doesn't necessarily make him the one. I went through this experience before meeting Jonathan where I had met this man and I was just convinced that he was my soulmate and we were meant to be together. And of course this, relationship didn't work out, but I was obsessed for like months and years and just being like, but I'm sure he was the one. I know he was the one. He's gotta be the one. He's gonna come back around. And I was just obsessed like a dog on a bone because there were all these synchronicities and it seemed like it was supposed to be meant to be. And I just wasted years of my life on this one person who really wasn't the one, who didn't end up being the one. He was not right for me because I didn't actually go on a vetting journey with this person. And with Jonathan, I did. Now, I didn't have my list and being like, okay, he's got these qualities that I'm looking for, right? But it was this natural progression that got better and better and better. And he showed me more and more and more of who he is. And it was just like, it spiraled up. And it got better and better and better. And after 3 months, he claimed me, right? So it wasn't like I was even really, like trying to get him to claim me or trying to, it was this natural progression that happened in these kind of stages of a relationship before we were fully committed and before I really went all in with him with my devotional heart.
And thank God you did it step by step,
yes,
which I want to get into. But if you had rushed it, I would have been gone.
Yes.
Because I had just had that experience and I had to break it up with someone because everything got rushed like that. You're the one this, and it wasn't going by step and stage. This is what I love, the discernment stage. It's actually,
you're so good at teaching
it's actually the most challenging thing we do in our work. Like I want to help more and more married people because it's just easier. They have their man. And you just need to bring courtship back. So we've saved marriages in like a week or 2 so often, or got them really electric. Whereas this is like surgery, and it's a surgery over time. It takes a precision and also a big, like abundant energy and precision through each stage. Like one thing I love is the ladies will be like, is he the husband? Is he not? And we're like, we don't know. That's the fun mystery. We don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm a bit of a man whisperer, so we get into one stage or step, they do it, we look at how he responds, we look at what happens, and then he passes that, he goes to the next one. We're not like hyper testing men hate that, but we're giving him a chance, we're giving him benefit of the doubt and see if his feet and actions match his words, and if he's getting it, and they click in with you. That's what's so cool. Is once you get it and you start to master this, and people tend to master this after a couple months, 2, 3, 4 months. It's not something you have to be a novice at. But once you get it, he falls in line. He falls in step. He learns to lead the tango dance with you. But it really is, we're going step by step and kind of listening and watching. And then eventually you get husbands out of it. Whereas that all or nothing, like how many times have I seen women on a first date? He's not my husband.
Or he is my husband.
He is, this is this type. He is my husband. And it's just like, you gotta practice.
We don't know.
We don't know. Like, and it's what's fun, and you have to be, it's weird because you have to be patient. You have to be feminine and receptive and kind of in this abundant state. And yet you have to go through these like gateways. There's these like turnstiles that you go through. And most people don't even know what those are.
Yes.
And what I love about this work is after, say, a few weeks with us, you actually usually know exactly where you are in the journey. I'm in this stage, in this step right here. I need to move here. And honestly, I just look at it as where I'm moving. It's almost like an assembly line of love. And it works every time if people follow the steps. And so I can just see where they are on the assembly line and show them where they're going and how to move through that gateway. But Claudia's right, this quantum, and I think there's a real issue manifestation,
quantum
leaping. Oh boy, I've just had so many people on calls. They're like, I've done all this manifestation work and never met my husband. That all or nothing kind of approach, it just fails in the discernment process.
Yes, exactly. And even if you are with a man who does, if you do have that feeling of like, I really feel like he's my person, like Jonathan, I had this deep feeling, this deep sense that there was something special about him. But I still had to go on a journey, right? So even if you do meet somebody and they do end up being your person and you feel that, you have that intuitive sense like on the first date or the second date or something like that, you still want to be more in this posture of receiving him and discerning, like receiving him from your feminine receptivity, right? Not devotion, feminine receptivity, seeing how he rises in response to that or doesn't, right? And then you are going to discern based upon that. Okay, and this is the exact process that we're going to walk you through that we've developed over the past 7+ years of doing this work, of guiding women through these stages, through these turnstiles of going from single to courted to claimed. And we're going to guide you specifically through that so you can start actually discerning men who are right for you, discerning men who are higher caliber. You could call them like husband material, or men who are more marriage minded, and really like honing in on the kind of suitor that you actually want to be dating. And so you don't get lost on all these other paths or all of these other these detours that are taking you off where it is that you want to be going on the path to marriage. So we could talk a little bit about that. I guess we could talk a little bit about that.
About the course coming up?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Unless there's something else you want to say on this.
Well, I just, what I love about what we have coming up with Vetted about aligning with higher caliber men is it takes you through this process. And I really want to say it's fun. It's not work. It's not homework. It's like a substantial, joyful journey. And we really want you to have fun. Not that there aren't going to be challenges the entire way. So we take you through the journey of, number one, changing your blueprint with the masculine. I just assume everyone's wounded in love, and it can be to different degrees. And so we work a little bit on rewire a lot. This is Claudia's specialty, especially, is rewiring your nervous system and how you think and belief systems so you can actually receive and align with quality men. And we're talking masculine men that also are gentlemen. It's not just polarity or soy boy. It's like really good masculine men who are also feel kind of like soul. There's a soul connection that we're looking for.
Yes.
So we align you with the great an improved blueprint around the masculine. Maybe you've never even had a great experience with the divine masculine or masculine men before. So it's really critical. What's another thing we're going to share on this journey? Yeah,
we're really going to help you clarify what your true standards are versus your preferences. A lot of women are dating more from their preferences. They're dating more from the list in their head. Maybe the stuff that they kind of have in their mind around, I want this man that I found on my Pinterest board. Well, okay, that's fine, right? It's okay for you to want that. But really what we want to hone in on is, what are the things that really matter? What are the things that you truly actually require in a long-term lasting partnership/marriage? These are the things that you want to clarify for yourself so you're not vetting for the wrong things. You're not overemphasizing things that don't matter as much, and you're really vetting for the things that actually do.
This is the classic first mistake in dating. First dates, second dates, even online. And it's why so many people fail. I feel like 75% of people fail right there.
Vetting for the wrong things.
Yeah. And I didn't understand when we first started this work how foundational that was. It's really one of the earliest lessons. I really want to get you online in a way that gets the right men in, with feminine receptivity, with your values in there, but in a way that's not putting pressure on men or controlling. It's just shocking how many profiles out there do not attract the men they want, and it's just refinement and altering. We've never seen a profile we liked before they came in.
No.
And we really kind of have one template we use. It's gotten tons of people engaged. It's simple, but it's a feminine invitation in with some values. So I want to show you how to, because online's so big, that's how I think 75% of our clients get their man, because there's just so many great men on there and so many to avoid.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure we get you online right, and then going through this process of like
Yes.
casting a fairly wide net.
At the beginning, yeah.
Claudia was a different type than I usually dated, thank God. Like, you need to kind of have a bigger net, and then we learn you how to
Sift and sort.
we teach you how to
Like
sift, sort.
and sort and select, and really vet for what you do want to attract in a husband. So yeah, ladies, so if you are interested in that, we are going to put the link below. We begin, what day do we begin? August 4th?
We begin August 4th. We have a great early bird until then.
Yes, and we wanted to make this available
Monday.
for more people. So if you can, yeah, we are actually still in the early bird pricing right now. So you can go ahead and just click the link click the link below, and it'll take you to all the information about the upcoming course.
We can't wait to guide you through some of it. And also, we're going to be able to do one-on-one attention and really help you directly with your love life. So it's a great opportunity to do it. We have monthly payment plans, so it's a really great price too. So reach out, we'll put a link down, and we look forward to seeing you in the work.
All right, ciao for now.